How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Infinite Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Grunfelder. To recap last night's Yankees Mariners game, the first game of a three game set in Seattle. The Yankees winning 11-5, picking up right where they left off out in Sacramento against the Athletics. But I did want to talk about what happened in the ninth inning. If you guys watched my Knicks recap, we of course talked about the Jason Tatum injury that happened towards the end of that game, but there was a significant injury that happened in this game as well with Oswaldo Cabrera. So Aaron Judge hit a sac fly to drive him in. He tagged up from third base and he slid awkwardly into home plate and ended up suffering a significant leg injury, a significant ankle injury, looks like. And it's something you kind of, look away from. One of those moments that happens in sports where it was horrible. Seeing what transpired there. And Oswaldo Cabrera was down for several minutes. They had to bring the ambulance out. So he was, brought to a hospital. And it was a tough scene. A lot of players shaken up on both sides, mainly the Yankees, of course. Aaron Judge, Aaron Boone looking on with the trainers. The Seattle training staff was over there as well. And Oswaldo Cabrera is someone, since he's come up, he always has a smile on his face. He's a high energy guy. He's been like that since he's come up, and this was back in 2022. And just to see, his face as he's being put into the ambulance, it just you couldn't believe it. You're heartbroken over that. And it was a tough scene because this really put a damper on the Yankees' win last night. Because again, the offense showed up, the bats came alive again. You're getting a couple more home runs out of Trent Grisham, who, was a little bit emotional, getting interviewed by Meredith Marakovitz at the end of the game, after the game, I should say. Austin Wells had a 3-run homer last night. The Yankees offense is really clicking. And, for that to happen, it's unfortunate. And, thoughts and prayers go out to him. And, hopefully we can get to see him back on the field again at some point. I don't think it's going to be this year. As of right now, I haven't looked to see what the diagnosis is, but it definitely isn't good. He's probably going to be out for the rest. My thought is, yeah, he's going to be out for the rest of the year. And, he was doing good over at third base. He was playing solid defense. I know a couple of throws got away from him at times, but, he was really picking it over at third base. And, he was doing all right with the bat this year. And it's just, again, and he's a really good clubhouse guy. Like I said, always high energy, always, positive, always smiling, great personality with the team. It's just, you really hate to see that. It shouldn't happen to guys like him. It shouldn't happen to anybody. But it's just, it's horrible that had to happen. And like I said, it really did put a damper on the win last night. But unfortunately, you got to, weather the storm with that and turn the page and go into tomorrow and play the next day. That's really what they have to do. The Yankees got to move forward without Oswaldo Cabrera. Oswald Peraza is going to play a bigger role now. You have DJ LeMahieu coming back. So, we're going to definitely see him at third. It's unfortunate. Once again, another injury comes up here with the Yankees. But again, they're going to have to deal with it, and they'll be able to overcome it. And some guys are going to have to take on bigger roles now with third base now. So, but Clark Schmidt pitched last night. It gave up a couple of home runs early to Julio Rodriguez. And Jorge Polanco, who's gotten off to a good start. He finished the night giving up 3 earned runs. He got through 6 innings, but you got to like what you've seen out of Clark Schmidt as of late. He's starting to get, himself back to, the Clark Schmidt that we saw last year. But, yeah, the long ball was a little bit of an issue. The bullpen, for the most part, did its job. Tim Hill's kind of been struggling a little bit. He gave up a home run to Cal Riley. That cut the game down to 8-5. This was late in the game, and I'm like, oh, God, hopefully this is not another late bullpen implosion. But thankfully, the Yankees tacked on a few more runs, like I said. Um, that put the game out of reach. Devin Williams had to come in. He got one out. I thought when he came in and, you know, he let up a hit, I was like, oh, this better not happen again. But it didn't, thankfully. And, the Yankees were able to get the win. Anthony Volpe also hit a home run last night. So I mean, guys are hitting now. Cody Bellinger's looked really good as of late. Paul Goldschmidt's continuing to do his thing. We know what Aaron Judge is doing. It's a good Yankee lineup. This is a good Yankee lineup. It's, I know, again, we look back to last week and they were struggling a little bit, but again, it's a long season. It's a long season. These type of stretches are going to happen, but now you're just waiting for some guys to come back from injury to continue to make this lineup even deeper. I mean, once you get Stanton back, and we'll see what DJ LeMahieu provides them. I'm not overly optimistic about what kind of impact he's going to have. I know he's been doing well in his rehab assignment, but again, he's facing minor league pitching. I mean, we kind of have seen what DJ has done in the majors the last few years. He really hasn't given the Yankees a lot. But I hope I'm proven wrong, because DJ LeMahieu has proven that, early on in his Yankees career, he was a heck of a player. And, since they gave him that contract, he has not been that same player. So, you know what? If he can give the Yankees anything at third base, I mean, we'll take it at this point. Especially with, of course, like we mentioned, the Oswaldo Cabrera injury. So, yeah, but, the Yankees get off to a good start here in this series. And the Mariners, look, they're a good team. They're in first place right now, and they got very good pitching. The Yankees will be seeing Luis Castillo in tomorrow's game. Tonight they will have their ace, the Yankees, Max Fried, going tonight, and the Yankees have not lost a game that he's pitched. So you like the Yankees' chances to win tonight, although they are going up against the right-hander, Brian Wu, who's pretty good as well. He's 4-1 with a 3.25 ERA. Max Fried, he's 6-0 with a 1.05 ERA, and he's the lead candidate for the Cy Young, in my opinion. I've seen, some graphics on, the betting odds, or the probability, whatever, of who is the favorites to win the American League Cy Young, and Max Fried isn't the favorite. Wasn't the favorite, and it's like, why? He's got the best ERA. He's 6-0. Like, what? Like, I don't understand that. But we still got a long way to go. But he has been really important to the Yankees and their start to this season. And it's really reassuring where you have a guy that you can rely on that goes out there and, every fifth day, and that you have a great chance to win your game when you have Max Fried pitching. And they're going to continue to need that, as we move along in this season here. But it was a good way to start the series with the Mariners last night. Again, another first-place team they'll be going up against, and then, later this week, again, I'll mention it, the Subway Series. So, but the Yankees' offense has really just been incredible as of late, and hopefully that continues. But again, thoughts and prayers go out to Oswaldo Cabrera. Hope to see him back on the field at some point. Yankees get the win last night. They go for the series win tonight with their ace, and hopefully they get it done. So, yeah, pretty short recap. Let me know what you guys think about the game from last night. Let's go Yankees. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment. And, I will talk to you guys next time. Take care.